Good morning, everyone. What's going on? It's your man, Pat Bernard, alongside my right hand man, Mike Lauer. What's up, dude?
What's going on? Morning. And
Morning.
you might want to rephrase that because I'm nobody's right hand. I know where that right hand's been.
Just underneath the blankets this morning. But of
Uh,
course, my other compadre, the comrade in the room. What's up, Al?
I don't want to be a left piggy toe. I'm just being
Oh.
honest. I don't want to. The things that they've seen is I don't want to be around there.
if those
Those digits can talk.
yeah, if they could talk, man. Holy cow.
Yeah, it would be scary. But anyway, guys, it's been a crappy weekend as far as the weather. But that kind of benefited for this baseball team because yesterday, when it rains, it pours, and it was pouring some runs. And now I don't if you want to blame the weather for the horrible pitching from the Giants, that's fine. But you listen, this offense tattooed that Giants bullpen. They Giants were trying to throw them everything. I mean, your starting pitching gave up 5 runs. I mean, in 2 runs, they gave up 9 runs altogether. I mean,
Two
think about
innings, you
that.
mean?
2 innings and they gave up nine runs. I mean, think about that. That's quite impressive. I mean, this team is just. I mean, and I'm going to start with the question: is it too early to get too excited with this team sitting in first, best team in baseball right now? I mean, 12. They're 12-6 at home, 5-11 on the road. I mean, they lead the league. And I mean, here's Alec Bohm's numbers. Just Alec Bohm alone, 7th in hits, 2nd in doubles, leads the league in RBIs. Trey Turner, I think, he's 3rd in hits. I mean, this team is just collectively really, really good and fun to watch. Pitching, we all know about Ranger Suarez. Wheeler's 3rd in strikeouts. I mean, there's not really a gray area, a flawed area in this team. Are you? Should we be? Should we be this excited? It's way early in the season. I'm like, I'll go to you.
No, because if you look at the last 3 years, they've gotten off the slow starts and had to have crazy, June and July's to get back into the race to get them to the postseason. This is going to help them going forward. If they can continue this pace. If you're looking at if they're winning 20 games, a month, man, that's saying something. You figure by the time they get to like August, if they're continuing at this pace. Now, question is, they are going to hit a bump. I can just see it coming. Trey Turner going to be out for 6 weeks. That's a big injury. But these other guys got to step up. And so far,
the
one thing that I'm really liking about this Phillies team is that what we thought was a question mark has kind of been the backbone, which is the starting pitching. The starting pitching has been phenomenal. I mean, with the exception of Taijuan Walker. So, I mean, between him, you're starting to see now too. Bryson Stott, who was in a little bit of a funk, as Joe Hale brings up here. Stott's starting to turn his season around. He's starting to hit the ball now. Castellanos got 2 RBIs.
One I like to rub in everybody's face, Mr. Johan Rojas has.
Yes, he had a couple last night.
Yes. Johan's hitting the ball. I mean, so this is what's saying. And now you got Amundo Sosa, who will be playing probably for the most part for Trey Turner.
Yeah, they really don't have another short, pure.
Well, they can swap. They can probably put Stott back.
Well, Stott said he'd do it. He said he'd do it, but he's never done it at a major league level. So
yeah, he did. He was first year. He was
I'm sorry, he hasn't done it since his first year.
Yeah, since his first year. But I mean, he can play it. I mean, listen, a lot of people. There's no difference between shortstop and second base. It's just you're on the other side of the field. Same thing. So yeah, he's probably used to going to his right, but I mean, he can still go up the middle. I mean,
I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying they don't have anybody who's played it regularly. And Sosa's the guy. And listen, Sosa actually. I think he's hitting 280 for as little as he's played.
Oh, listen, that dude's probably been the most sturdiest bat, I think, off of the Phillies bench has been him. And I like the fact, too, with the injury, they got a chance to call up Cody Clemens. Yeah. I like his bat off the bench. So, again, my only issue with this Phillies team is the bullpen. It's just certain people in this bullpen. Like, I honestly believe they do. They need to send Sir Anthony down. They need to send him down.
Even And I hear you about Sir Anthony and Keegering too has a slow start. But I mean, there's something about these guys. I mean, they figure out like all last year when I was doing the post game shows, I couldn't pull my hair out fast enough when I saw Greg Soto take them out. And he's been lights out.
He's been good.
And I gotta give the cat his due. I mean,
he's been good.
He's been good. I'm not gonna say
he
lights
makes
out.
it. He's Hector Neris to me. When he comes up, he can get it out, but it's not. It's. He needs your brown pants.
Yeah. I mean, one of the who's been lights out has been Hoffman.
Hoffman's been really good.
Hoffman's been lights out in the chances he's gotten to close. Alvarado's been a little shaky at times, but for the most overall part of it, he's been solid. Strahm has been solid. Strahm, I feel like if you want to talk about lights out, Strahm has been lights out. Like I think he had one bad relief appearance, and that was early in the season. But since then, he's been solid.
I mean, it's just remarkable, like how they're playing baseball right now. I mean, they're plate discipline right now, and just seeing the pitches that are coming out. I mean, getting the pitches that they want.
Good morning, Angry Ant.
I mean, you're not getting these guys, swinging anymore. I mean, last year during the playoffs, they were, they were swinging for desperation, but now they're just in a zone. Every batter just comes into a zone. So even with the assumption of missing turn for a little bit, I'm not worried because, like you said, now you got Clemente come in, you got Sosa. I'm not worried about the bats at all. This batting, from whatever reason, they pick each other up, and they always help. I see the whispers when one guy comes off and the other guy's in the deck circle. I mean, you guys just see the conversation. You see the body language in this team. I mean, look at yesterday, right? 12 hits, 11 RBIs, and only 4 Ks. I mean, this team is, like I said, I know it's early in the season, but how can you not be excited? And normal Philadelphia would say, we're just waiting for the other.
Well, I mean, listen, you take back the years that they've had great starts and gotten to a World Series, they've had 20 or more wins in the month of April. You know what I mean? This is going to be the big test for us, Pat. This month is going to be the big test because May has been horrible for the Phillies for the last 5 years.
It is.
It's been the month of terrors for us,
and it has been a month of horror. So Steve checking in, he goes, "It isn't easy to make a switch once you ingrade. My fears is Stott going to get hurt if he makes the switch."
No, I disagree with that because a third baseman can move over to first and play first baseman because it's just on the opposite side of the field.
And we've seen it work.
Yeah, and a second baseman can flip over and play shortstop. The reason why guys go to second base is to further their career because there's not that many left-handed hitters in the major leagues. It's mostly right-handed. So they don't, when they start, that's why you see a lot of guys flip over. Like, I disagree with that. I feel like if you can play second base, you can play shortstop.
Right.
And Sosa can play both, and so can Stott. Like, Stott proved to you that he can play shortstop. He didn't play there last year because they went out and signed Turner. So he's only a year removed from playing shortstop. He's played shortstop his whole life.
Right. And like I said, let's try not to worry about the small stuff and just enjoy what we have in front of you. And listen, Topper will figure it out.
Some people got to give him his kudos too, because there's been a lot of people talking about the way he manages, and I'll tell you what, he's got this team off. You figure the first 10 days of the season, we were sitting here looking like, oh, here we go again. They're going to have a hot June and July to get back into this, and he did make the right moves to turn this team around and get them going, and I must say, it feels good to sit here and say, I don't care that it's only beginning of May, but it feels good to say first place Phillies, don't it?
It does. I mean, like you were just saying, Mike, how many years have we been trying to play catch up with the Mets and the Braves, trying to be there? Now we're at the top of the hill, and not just in the East. I mean, overall MLB. I mean, we are at the king of the hill. I mean, and this team just showed you why yesterday. I mean, that kid Keaton Wynn yesterday took the hill, and he got thumped. And a lot of his stuff, I mean, he looked nervous on the hill facing that Phillies lineup. He looked like he saw the faces of fear coming to that lineup, and he was scared. I was at the game. How many hot dogs did the gallery? Listen there.
I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you guys a story. Here you go. So, actually, thanks for asking. I'm sorry you couldn't make it the other night, but it was a good night. The OP crew was up at the Phillies game, and it was a great time. It's a good time to hang out and not have to worry about anything, but just hang out and have a good time. But So I bought a few hot dogs, and I thought my wife wanted one, but she didn't want one. And I had this extra hot dog, and I'm sitting right next to Pat, right next to him. As I actually sit between him and his son, and we're just like chatting. And we have this hot dog, and I'm eating my hot dog, and he's just looking at me.
I'm just glazing at it.
He's just like a puppy.
I'm just glazing at your wiener.
Puppy dog, just with the ears flopped down. I think he went.
Yes,
a couple times. His nose definitely got wet. It was weird.
Yes, other things got wet too.
And I'm like, Pat, would you like this hot dog? He's like, like he didn't say words. He just like, I was like, man, I think I could have given him a briefcase of money and he wouldn't have acted any different.
No, damn. Rumor had it he ate the hot dog without even touching the bun.
Yeah,
the buns came second.
I heard it was magical. Jesus God.
Anthony said, how long's turnaround for? They're saying 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
It's like around 6 weeks, hopefully less, but we'll find
This
out.
is a good one, too. JT has been hitting the ball hard. I mean, yesterday he had a walk, then he had the triple.
I like him at number 2.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just do.
The only thing I brought this up last night. The only thing I don't like about not having him where he's normally at is that Alec Bohm is hitting so well, and Bryce Harper hasn't.
Yeah.
He's been good, but not Harper. And you moved JT, you had, because usually you would have JT behind Bohm. Now you have Nick Castellanos behind Bohm.
Okay.
Or unless you switch like maybe Stoddard since he's doing a little better. Nick Castellanos behind Bohm, they're going to start walking Bohm.
Okay. Listen, Castellanos is going to get hot. Listen, I know a lot of people are poo-pooing it, but listen, when he gets hot, he's hot.
And you know, like you said, he's not swinging the ball great as a Harper, but he's still getting on base. He's still drawing walks.
Yeah,
and that's
he also
huge.
struck out twice last night. I mean, like, he's doing better. It's just he's not
playing Harper baseball.
He's not Bryce Harper yet. Yeah.
Oh,
and that's going to come. And listen, right now we have other guys stepping up. Like I mentioned before,
there's Angry Ant. Don't enjoy first place too much.
Come on, Angry Ant. Can you wake up on the right side of the bed for once?
Hold on, let me just point this out. Ant, love you to death, but being in first place at all for us is a big deal.
It's huge
because usually at this point we're barely at 500, if below.
Yeah.
And then May is even worse for us.
Right. And
I know we're only the 5th day in May. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Let's get some tacos and enjoy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, my wife's dancing around now.
I don't know what's going on.
Cinco de Mayo. You know my wife's Latin. Come on.
Yeah,
now.
I know. I'm just messing with you. But my point is, yeah, we're going to enjoy it because if they have the May that we're used to, they're still going to be sitting much prettier before June comes around than they do. So if they can have a 500 May and June happens like June happens,
oh God, this team's going to be.
It's going to be the opposite. We'll be the Braves at that time. We'll be well ahead of everybody else.
And think about it. This is the kind of uplifting that we needed, right? Because you had a Flyers team that fell short. You had a Sixer team that just completely shelled it up, and now all of a sudden,
do we forget about the Eagles team that was 10-1 and then just completely?
What's up, Sully?
What's up, Joey? I mean, this is, and he's right. The Phillies are on fire. I mean, this is something we have a Red Rockets out. I mean,
what's up, Mitch?
They're playing good baseball all around. Good morning. Good morning.
Speaking of the wife,
yes.
Listen, there's two definites in the world, or 3 definites.
Yes,
death, taxes, and Pat Love and Wiener.
Listen, you know it's bad when you go to Citizens Bank Park. What's going on, Steve? You know it's bad when we go to Citizens Bank Park and they got his face on every hot dog stand.
Says, do not sell to this guy.
No, minimum of 4 hot dogs per serving.
Yeah,
like
we don't want to have to give him the Heimlich. That's why it's not about selling the amount of hot dogs. They just want to give him the Heimlich.
Because of Steve checking in, because I'm glad Pat got all wet blazing at other wieners. Well.
You should have seen him trying to. He was looking for a foot long. Good morning, Alex. But listen, getting back to this, with this Phillies team, like I agree with you, Al. I really do. I think. Hey, Adam Papa,
right.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah,
Marshes.
I like the fact that the daycare. The daycare's been what's been the backbone of this team so far offensively this year.
Yeah.
It's been the daycare. It really has. So, to me, they're not doing a 6-man rotation, Maddie.
You want to talk about people who wake up on the wrong side of the bed.
Man, the Mayor Mayfair's already up.
The Mayfair.
Are they doing a 6-man rotation?
This is all I got to
I know,
Don.
Right. I thought they just said Spencer Turnbull's going to the
I know.
to the bullpen.
I would be surprised if they give Taiwan another starter too, and if he don't do great,
I think he goes to the pen.
Yes, you have to. I mean, he's going to get the start tonight, and like that really chaps my ass. Him getting the start because it should be Turnbull. Who should be.
Mike Pettis, the poster guy for hot dogs.
But I mean, like I said, though, I mean, this team is playing well. I mean, again,
That's a lot of chaps there too for that.
Oh, and it's all cellulite. But anyway, you're right over there, Mike.
Yeah,
but
right.
I mean, like I said, this team is just a well-oiled machine right now, and you have to give props. I mean, and I've said a couple of times on post-game shows, and everyone's going to say, well, who they played, who they beat. They're only beating bottom feeders. Listen, if they're beating up bad teams, that means they're doing their job.
What do I say to everybody all the time? Good teams take care up on the bad teams. That's what's supposed to happen. Because you can't win with that philosophy,
right?
If think about it, because if they lose to the bad teams, they're a bad team. They lose. These are that's the Colorado Rockies. They're a bad team. They should have won. They should have swept that. And then if they win against the bad teams, well, they're a bad team. They should win.
Dude, listen, a bad team wins 60 games a year.
That mental thought process.
A great team loses 60 games a year.
Yeah.
So get off your high horse with that. I'm looking at the National League right now. Last 10 games.
Yes, I'm actually going to say this. I agree with Matty B. There are no bottom feeders in April and May. Everybody thinks there's a chance to win, and everybody.
Oh my God!
You have a lot of unknowns. Yeah,
you and Matty B.
You have a lot of unknowns in April and even May because you don't know what guys are like. Some guys start off hot and they fall apart. And some guys start off slow and they get hotter. So you don't know what you're dealing with.
But this is what this team is like. This team's been the same for the last 2 years, and when one guy gets hot, the other guy gets or if one guy gets cold, the other one gets hot. It's just the ebb and flows of this team. That's how the oil machine works. At some point, like Mike said, the bums of the world are going to get cold, but guess what? When he gets cold, Cassie's going to get hot.
Cassie's going to get hot. Schwarber's going to get hot.
Yeah,
like this team has a cycle. Get hot. Yeah, they exactly. Now, like I was saying, I'm looking at the National League over the last 10 games. Right, the whole National League. There's only 2 teams that are 8-2. One's the Los Angeles Dodgers. The other one's the Phillies.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you're looking at other powerhouses, dude. The Braves are 5-5. If you're looking, Milwaukee's 6-4, and San Diego's 5-5. These are all the second place teams in the division.
Adam saying they should have Turnbull and Sanchez rotate between starts with the other long man in the game. They don't start. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I think you should pick
mess
one.
Them up, I think.
Unless somebody just starts falling apart. And like Christopher Sanchez hasn't had the greatest last couple outings. Let Turnbull take it, put Sanchez in the pen. If Turnbull does okay, then let him be.
Yeah, but
I like Spencer Turnbull. I really do.
Well, I do.
Christopher Sanchez has worked at the pen. Turnbull has not.
Yeah, but Turnbull's got a swag. He's got everything you want. I mean, Sanchez only has, like I said, he only has a couple throws in his rotation. He doesn't. Yes, it was great meeting you too, Mitch.
Great meeting you guys as well, Mitch.
I did enjoy the 6-man rotation when we were all clicking, but Sanchez needs to figure it out.
No, I got a great story with Mitch. So I'm sitting there trying. I'm sitting at the game.
It's about hot dogs. I don't
no, nothing to do with wieners. But
poor Mitch.
I sat there trying to sit. I was just sitting there trying to take a selfie with my man and his buddy trying to get in the photo. I said, "Yo, dude, this is EOP only. Back out.
Oh.
This is my guy.
Man, you're a jerk.
Such a jerk.
I'm on Mitch's side. You should get punched in the face.
No, this is my guy. It's my buddy. Me and him did a lot of work together. Who's this guy? I know that's his homie, but sorry there.
He actually might be working.
Oh, really? Well, come on in. I'm like the Wizard.
Oh, yeah. Now you want to invite him if he insulted the guy.
He's actually a photographer.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I'm like the Wizard of Oz guy. Come on in.
Yeah.
Way to make somebody feel ingratiated
over
here.
If I'm Mitch's friend, the first picture I take of you, I'm definitely photoshopping
you watch, like, every picture of everybody's going to be fine, and then the one of
Pat's going to be all blurred.
His head's going to be missing.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Looking like a giant hot dog. I would do that. I would definitely take that mug and put it on a hot dog.
Listen, Steve, I enjoy the 6-man rotation, but I like to wait to the end of the season for that. Like mid-August at the earliest, I would say would be your best bet on the 6-man rotation.
Jesus, man, I'm looking at Colorado and Miami, same record.
Who's John Thompson?
Yeah, that's
Georgetown's basketball coach.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like Rob Thompson or something.
Yeah, I thought. Never mind.
Okay. Just get concerned with the amount of innings he has thrown over the last 4 years. He may get worn out.
Who's he talking about? He's talking about Turnbull or in Sanchez, or is he talking?
Well, he said Turnbull and Sanchez in the last comment. So
yeah. I mean, listen, and he's all right. If you want
Turnbull, he said that.
Yeah. I get it. So I mean, look, if Adam's way of thinking, it should be all right. If you want to rotate between Sanchez and Turnbull, that's
but
fine.
You're not going to get no consistency out of them if you rotate them like that. Like you got to give them their. He said the issue with Turnbull is TJ's recovering. They are concerned with over first full season back. He had Tommy John.
Yeah. Listen, that was what was with Michael Lorenzen. I mean, last year we dealt with that when he came in here. Before he even was a Philly, Michael Lorenzen threw more innings than he has in his whole career.
And remember, his first time he had the complete game. Then after that, it was kind of
he had a complete game. Then he had the no hitter. His first start, he was away, so he had a complete game, and then
here we go.
And then he threw the no hitter here.
I thought we were past this, Angry Ant. I thought we were past this. I thought we were
all day cried.
Yeah,
here we go. I'll never.
You are a bully if you think about it. Like you're making coaches cry. You're making friends of our friends like feel like
nothing
garbage. You're a real jerk, Pat Bernard.
Hey, you can't get in a picture with us. Who are you?
Steve saying, based on history, I just don't know what Turnbull is or what he has, what he can sustain. The eye test says his arm is 100% off Tommy John. Maybe he is this year's Army knife, Swiss Army knife. Maybe I don't know, but like I just don't like this idea of one round of the rotation you're in, the next round of rotation you're not.
Yeah, no. And to be honest with you, I agree with you. I think you leave Turnbull in there.
Can I use a term? Platoon. Yeah. Why can't if he's going to be on some sort of quote unquote innings restriction, or pitch count or whatever you want to call it, why don't you have him like Christopher Sanchez or whoever's the guy who's in the pen just be the long man for that game?
Right, exactly. Like that's what
I'm surprised they haven't done that a lot more.
This is what I'm thinking.
Baseball.
I'm thinking along the same lines as you. I keep Turnbull as a starter because Sanchez, you're right, has worked out of the bullpen, so he can be your long guy, and you can actually flip flop between him and Strom. So you're not killing them.
So Turnbull goes 4, maybe 5 innings, and if he gets to 2 or 3 other ones after that, it's almost the whole game.
Yeah, you figure. I mean, if they're going to put moving Sanchez to the bullpen is, I think, more effective for this team going forward than it would be them doing that. Pat is a bully. What?
Pat is a bully. Paul Day, Mitch, hot dogs. Who's next? You gonna bully? Those hot dogs never stood a chance.
Diego, what's up, my man?
What's up, Diego?
Diego.
And if you guys haven't checked it out, Diego has rights for here at EOP Sports, so check out his union articles as well. Pat's will be up right after the show.
All right. I mean, that's another team that's kind of struggling. But like I said, if you guys want to get all your union talk, join me and Steve this Thursday, Attacking Third. But yeah,
shameless plug.
It is a shameless plug. Of course, I gotta stick in what I can. Right. Stick where I can get it in.
Sanchez to the pen with Nola Wheeler.
So Matty's saying Sanchez to the pen, run with Nola Wheeler. Sanchez, hold on. Sanchez to the pen, run with Nola Wheeler. I mean, maybe he meant
he meant Suarez.
Suarez. Okay. Nola Wheeler, Suarez, pitcher of the month, and Walker and Turnbull.
Yes, I agree with that. Like
I think that's the easiest way of handling
and
it
I think
now.
that helps out the pen too.
Yeah, it helps out the pen. And if something needs to be changed, you have a little flexibility. You can change it down the line.
Yep.
But you got to let it run a little bit and see what's going on.
Yeah. Nick, what's up, my man? What's up, buddy?
What's up, Nick?
Don't worry. We're going to talk about your boy, Paul. Who's this guy? B-Ball Paul. That is his guy. That's my man, Nick's guy.
He's not going to like what I have to say.
I
don't know if moving Sanchez...
He might block you.
I don't know if moving Sanchez to the pen is good for Sanchez. He seems like a guy who needs role consistency in innings. Yeah, I mean, the other thing with him is, like I said, he's been in the pen, so he's done it before. Plus, he's been struggling lately. Maybe a little time in the pen.
Pen's going to help him.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's not going to... I don't care.
He just needs to find a fastball.
Yes.
He needs. I mean,
he's
he throws nothing but curves and sinkers all day. I mean, that's pretty much what Sanchez was doing yesterday. I mean, Suarez. I mean, he was lighting the corners up. That's what he does well. He can light the corners up with some sinkers. That's for majority of the first half of the game. That's all he was throwing, sinkers and curveballs. But he was working the edges, getting guys fishing. That's what I love about his game, because sometimes he'll purposely throw an outside pitch. Then he'll start tattooing.
He's moving your eye.
Yeah.
Moving your eye line. That's what a good pitcher does. Like, brings it up, brings it down, brings it in, brings it out. Moving your eye line so you don't get comfortable. If you keep throwing it roughly in the same spot, you get to time these balls a little bit better.
Nick saying, how was the Phillies? Mitch told me you guys had an EOP routing. I guess it was an outing. But yeah, we had an outing. We got to meet everybody. And Pat got to, he had his own Dollar Dog night.
He was just walking around and picking up all the wrappers of the hot dogs people ate and licking them.
There's Maddie.
Yeah. Give it up. What's good for Sanchez? The name of the front means more than the name on the back. I don't disagree with that. But
this is the third time you agree with him. I'm about to get an arc.
No wonder it's raining.
Sanchez still has options. I would rather he work it out in AAA.
Well, I'd rather him be in my bullpen. I feel he's better in the
bullpen help, and maybe let Sir Anthony go down.
Yeah, that's a guy who needs to go down to AAA and get his head out of his what. He's got to get his confidence back.
I totally agree. Yo, Sean, we're getting everybody from the
man. We got the whole Sully squad joining us this morning. What up, guys? Ranger Suarez 6-0, most wins in the majors.
Yeah, ERA 1.72. He was National League Pitcher of the Month for April and continues in May. Yeah, I mean,
that's the most
right now,
in the league.
Right now, he's Cy Young, and he's definitely going to be. He's definitely going to be representing the Phillies the All-Star game if he keeps this up.
Yeah, him and Bohm. I mean, two hottest players right now in the MLB. I mean, there's no stop.
Trey didn't get hurt. We probably had at least 3 All-Stars there.
Yeah. I mean,
Zach,
I think
hold on, Zach. You probably get Zach Wheeler in that conversation.
You probably can get Brandon Marsh in as well. Brandon Marsh has had a good year, man.
Yeah, he started off real hot with an April. I mean, he's been consistent. He's been one of the most consistent batters. Somebody you know is going to come up.
Bring up Scott Kinger.
He wants Scotty jetpacks back from the Phillies.
What?
Yeah,
we already got enough cheerleaders. We got Garrett Stubbs on the team.
I mean, like I said, everyone on this team is doing their thing. I mean,
that's a guy who wants the Phillies to lose right there.
Yeah.
Well, he's a Mets fan, right?
Yeah.
Anthony? Oh, God. I would be commenting, too, if I had to watch the damn Mets. Oh, man. You want to talk about a team that falls apart.
Nick, are you all right? I mean, this guy, I almost convinced this guy on one of the Sixers post-game shows to go get himself a People Paul tattoo, and he almost signed up for it. So, I mean.
For what? That dude's a waste of space.
Oh, you said that to Nick. Nick's ass
waste of space. Waste of space. So is the guy who starts in front of him. Another one.
We'll get that in a second. But real quick, guys, remind you this is brought to you by Sherry'sTickets.com. That's right, Sherry'sTickets.com. For the sports concert theater tickets that are hard to get and usually really way too expensive. Forget the other guys. They're gonna rob you at the checkout. Great prices, no hidden fees, and save an additional 10% off by using that great promo code
EOP10.
EOP10 will save you 10% off at Sherry'sTickets.com. Again, sports, concerts, theaters, Sherry'sTickets.com. Great prices, no hidden fees, and save an additional 10% off by using that great promo code
EOP10.
EOP10 will save you 10% off at Sherry'sTickets.com. And you know what? Let's talk about Sherry's. Let's go to Cherry. SherryInjuryLaw.com. SherryInjuryLaw.com for all your workers' comp, motor vehicle, personal injury, and criminal law needs. David R. Cherry is the man with a plan to fight for your rights. Dave Cherry, call him at 610-565-0300. Go to SherryInjuryLaw.com. Again, call David 610-565-0300.
Yeah, well, I'm going to call David R. Cherry after the show. Jesus.
Yeah, I need to call. Sixers need to call him too.
No, you know why?
That big 7 foot
You can't sue the Phillies for clogging your arteries. You've been doing that for years.
Yeah, listen, it's already jammed up with stuff you want to believe.
No,
you know why I'm going to call Dave today? Because of your buddy. That's why. Your buddy, once again, has got to go ruining my life. She's got to make, try and get summer plans going. And do you think she ever insults me or, lets me in what we're going to do? No.
Wait. You're married, right?
Yes.
You have no rights. You have no choices. I don't know why you would.
Hold on. You're married with kids, right?
Yes.
Yeah, dude. You ain't got to say. Just shut up and go along with it.
Yeah, but when we plan family vacations, I just want me. Why does the in-laws have to come?
Because when you said I do to her, guess what? You said I do to her family, bro.
That's why it's called I do. I do whatever you ask me to do. That's why you say I do.
You've taken one too many chair shots to the friggin' noggin, bro.
Yep, it's clearly empty.
Yeah,
but I mean, Al, aren't you my side? I mean, don't you want a vacation with just your family? Does the in-law? You know what I mean? Come on, man.
Hold on. I got to answer this. Mike, Mets take Scott Kingery and make him an all-star. Who are you talking about? The Binghamton Mets? Because you ain't talking about the New York Mets because they ain't got no all-stars on their team. Got a lot of high-name players, but no all-stars.
No. What's he talking about? I mean, come on.
God.
Oh, Jesus. No dingery. Yeah, we cannot put Matty. Matty did not have his cup of coffee this morning.
No, he didn't.
He's grouchy, boy.
Philly Fanatic, we'll call me Mr. Cherry.
For bullying the Fanatic.
Yeah, you're going to have Dave Cherry walking here. Oh, you here for your sponsor spot? No, I'm here to serve papers. The Fanatic hasn't been the same since. And this is a guy that bathes in vodka, by the way. You know that, didn't you?
Who?
Ew, the Fanatic?
Yeah.
He stays away from me every time he sees me.
Seriously.
They bathe him.
They clean the Fanatic suit with vodka.
Really?
You guys didn't know that.
Another reason to hop in there.
That. No wonder why he does half of the stuff he does.
So they found out from Russian hockey players that this was years ago. This is back in the 80s. That the smell in their pads or whatever doesn't stick us when they sweat out the vodka. So they started cleaning and it cleans it all out.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, here we go.
Oh, man, I gotta try something new with my
Pat,
underwear.
You gotta do that and jump in, dude.
Yeah,
jump in the tub with it.
I'm gonna have to try something new with my underwear. No wonder.
Nikki 3 buttons.
I like to have a day or two to rest, regroup. You agree?
Yes.
I mean, it might have been possible. I don't know about how much now without, because I think I was on my post game last night. Sal was chiming in. He goes, if Bohm went down, our best right-handed hitter is
Cassiano.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But I think Bohm's playing today.
To be.
Yeah. First base is the easiest position on the field.
To
be fair.
Listen, he's playing it well. It looks like for a guy who hasn't been playing it long. I think we could all agree upon that. Even Matty B over here.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let's talk about the sour grapes of Philadelphia because I mean, look, we could sit here and talk about the Phils, and they are been playing red hot, but you have to talk about what happened this past week. I don't know if there's any true
I have to?
I don't know if there's any true 76er fans around here anymore. I don't. First of all, you let the Fleas from up north come down here and take over the stadium.
Why don't you just say it like it was? The Fleas from up north outplayed this team.
No, I'm talking about the fan base.
No, it doesn't matter. Listen, you're getting mad at Sixers fans. You want to know why? Because they seen this coming. It's been doing it for the last 4 years. They looked and went, hey, this team's going to be a first down exit. Guess what? I can pay for next year's season tickets by selling them to the Roaches up in New York. That's what they did. They made a business decision. Why? Because they knew this team wasn't going anywhere. Yet you guys keep putting your heart and soul into this team, thinking it's going to be something different. It's insanity, bro. They're not going to win. They're not going to win. They've already proven to you that they can't build around this dude, and the dude is porcelain. He gets hurt every year. Now, I will say this. He showed up, but there's times on that floor that he was a detriment to this team.
When through the playoffs was he a detriment to this team? When?
The game Maxey went off up there. Maxey had a single-handed.
He still had a triple-double. So what are you talking about?
Oh, he still had a triple-double. Dude, that was the softest triple-double ever. He's supposed to be a dominating guy.
He can't. And that's
exactly. He can't bear the weight of the playoffs. Dude, he is.
Yes.
Pat, no matter what you say, he's 1 in 8 in closeout games. The dude is not money. No matter how you put it. From November. I'm not trying to hear that.
Yeah, it is, though.
It's not. He got cleared to play. He got cleared to play. If he could not play, he should have sat and did what Al said.
What do you got coming in? You don't have nothing better. This is your best option.
Who cares? What did it get him? It got him 3 extra home games. That's it.
And I agree.
And what? And what happened? What happened in that final home game? They lost to a team that they were better than. The team from New York had more heart and played a physical style basketball, and that dude folded like a cheap tent again. What more proof do you need?
Dude, they only have 3 players. Give me a healthy Joel Embiid, and that team's not winning.
Oh, I'm not trying to hear a healthy Joel Embiid.
It's true.
Stop. He was healthy last year. What happened? He got bounced. Stop with the healthy Embiid. Embiid is a beast from November until March. April hits, he's a turtle.
He's not. You didn't even.
He's a turtle.
He's not.
He's a turtle.
He's not.
Yes, he is. You can say he's not all he wants. I'm winning this argument.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. He goes now. That's BS. I'm not trying.
Come on.
You are a apologist.
Apologist?
Yes, you're an apologist for the Sixers.
Where did he show up? I mean, when did he show up?
And where did it get him?
He's hurt.
He's a generational talent.
Yes.
Right? Where did it get him? He got booted his ass again. He hasn't been past the second round, and you want to
look past that. Open your eyes.
I am looking past it. He sucks. He gets to the playoffs and he shrivels up like a turtle. He either breaks his face. Okay, look at me. There you go, Matty. Right there. Look at all the turnovers he has. He helped the Knicks win more games in this series than he helped the Sixers win.
I'll give you that. I'll give you.
I ain't trying to hear that. He's
soft,
bro. He's soft.
He's not soft.
He's just soft. He's porcelain.
He's not soft. He has a leg injury.
Oh, please. He's got a leg injury.
He's got a bum wheel.
I know. He's got a bum wheel. He's got a cracked face. His face is falling off. I understand that. He still don't win. I'm tired of hearing the generational talent. Guess what? Generational talents will their teams to win.
Mike, what can he do? They don't fear him. That's the problem. If you have a healthy Joel Embiid, they fear him. The Knicks, no, they do not fear him because of the bad
they looked at him and said, you know what's the problem with Embiid?
Oh, come on, watch the sport.
I do watch it.
No, you don't.
Yes, I
do. You
haven't
watched the sport in a calendar year. Come on.
Dude, I watched the game. I was sitting at a bar watching the game.
Then you would know.
I watched the game. He turtles up, dude. He don't have the ticker for the big moment.
He does. No, he just doesn't have his leg is bad.
No, he's the Dak Prescott of the NBA. That's what he is. He is the Dak Prescott of the NBA. When it comes for him to be money, he poops the bed every time.
He has a bad leg.
1-8. I don't care that he's got a bad leg. He got cleared by the doctors to play.
So let me ask you.
No, you got 2 options, Pat, as a pro athlete. Either try to give it your go.
Is it one
but you can't use it as an excuse. If the doctors say, okay, he's good to go, he can't do it, any more damage to it, and he goes. No. Now, one thing I will agree with you on, his supporting cast sucked and sold him.
I was about to get into that. Where's his supporting cast?
Now, that I will agree with. I will agree with that. I'm not saying Joel didn't. It's kind of a.
Yes, it's a catch-22.
Yeah, it is. I mean, yes, he is out there playing on that, but I'm sorry. He turtles up, dude. He turtles up. He turtles up from physicality. He does.
Shrinkage?
No, it is.
Shrinkage?
Yeah. Yeah, because he turtles up, bro. He turtles up. I mean, there's no other way to say it.
Listen, the Sharks, the Knicks were like sharks. They could smell the blood in the water. They didn't fear him at all. That was the issue. Guys like Hartstein, the Hartstein guy.
Yes, you were. You were.
I'm just saying, listen, I'm going to disagree with the fact that Joel is soft. I'm going to disagree with that fact.
Yes.
I'm going to agree with the fact that his supporting cast wasn't there at all. For the most part. We'll talk about that and break Maxey down in a little bit and all that. But my thing is it's real simple. They did exactly what I said any team would do against it. Play fast and play hard. Keep him off. Get him out of his game. And that's exactly what they did. And when you have a guy like Tobias Harris who disappears, and Maxey had a good game when he I won't say annoyed, but it still shows the youth of Maxey. That it took, apparently, Buddy Hield to go play your game, buddy. Like, go ahead, do your game. Don't worry about facilitating. Go play your game. And Buddy Hield took too long to get himself going.
Yes,
it was too late.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, they can make it. Maybe they go and play against the Pacers. Maybe they beat the Pacers, but the Pacers is not too different than the Knicks.
No,
very high pace.
High pace. And what happened at Doc Rivers? Another one gone. But yeah, you're right. Buddy Hield took Game 6 to start playing basketball.
And guess what? I'm going to give Buddy Hield a pass on that because this is Buddy Hield's first time ever in the postseason. So, yeah, jitters happen, dude. That happens to a guy. So, I mean, you're going to give all excuses, for the big 7'2" guy that,
I didn't give him an excuse. I'm just saying he got bullied and the Knicks.
He got bullied. He got bullied by 2 guys that he's way better than. Way better than.
But he's got a bad leg, and they can smell it. Hartstein did not fear him whatsoever, and that's how.
You know how Hartstein, how you fear, you get him to fear, you get the ball in and you power over him a few times, and then guess what? That dude's going to start backing up, which is going to make his fadeaway jumper a lot better. So no, he didn't. Like, I'm sorry. To me, I watched these games and how he played. Yes, to me, I felt like a lot of those points were hollow points. They were hollow. But when they needed him, again, you Sixer fans, he's a generational talent.
He is. You can't deny that.
I am going to deny it because generational talents get their people over.
And Tom Thibodeau, again, what's he in old school basketball? What's he known for? Playing all the old 90s bully basketball. They bullied a guy with a bad wheel, and there was no supporting cast. You had Maxey who showed up for one game. That's it.
No, dude, Maxey showed up for more than one game. He showed up for more than one game.
Where in the series did he show up? He showed up in game 5. That was it. And he put the team on his back and won. After that, he's been MI. He only has 2 moves. Takes the ball to the rim and has a pullback jump shot. And he's got
a pullback jump shot. Dude, he made a 3-pointer between the 3-point line and half court.
That was it. That was the only saving grace.
You're asking me if I watch basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now, man.
He only has, I'll say it again, he takes the ball to the hoop really well. And
he's a point guard, dude. He's supposed to take it. You're supposed to take it and kick it out. Well, guess what? He couldn't kick it out because none of the supporting cast would shoot the damn ball.
I agree. They came up short. Tobias Harris, 0 points.
Oh, hold on. We're going to get on Kyle Lowry, too.
Yes.
Mr. Nova. I'm a Nova guy.
And I said this.
I'm off Nova right now.
Listen, I'll never not be on Nova. But I'll tell you what. You had 2 guys who played. One played 29 minutes, the other one played 12 minutes. And both of them had 0 points.
Yes. And
then you had a big 7-foot goof that was sitting on the bench who played 7 minutes and couldn't tap in. How are you 7 foot and cannot get 2 points?
All right. Again, it was a travesty.
Are we talking about B-ball, Paul? Because I'm ready.
Yes. That's stiff.
As me and Dive said on the post-game show, we said the best case scenario that came out of that whole debacle, that whole series. Bye-bye, B-ball Paul. And I'm over his experiment. I've given him a chance. I'm done. Everybody talks, we need better shooters around him. We need it better than around Embiid. We need better shooters. No. What we need is a competent big man. Stop saying Andre Drummond.
Yes.
I like the comments.
No,
I like Andre Drummond like the next guy. I don't know if he's
that ship has sailed. That ship has sailed.
I'm just saying Andre Drummond is not the guy.
And what else do you have? Mumbamba. Come on.
He's a waste of tall.
So that's why they have to bring in a guy who's on a desperate on a 63% wheel. Because they have nothing else to answer. They can't play small ball down low. Not with this fast pass Knicks team. And me and Freddie did the post game for, I want to say game 4, game 5 where Maxey went off. And we discussed one thing that part of Joel Embiid's game that was horrible. The communication. He was just lobbing balls to whoever, and they were just not coming up with the play. That was horrible, but still, even in his worst game, he still kicked out a triple-double. If you want to blame Joel Embiid, fine, but I cannot put the whole pie on him.
No, I'm not putting the whole pie on him. So
no, I mean,
Ant saying, who cares? Because next season, Sixers will have picks and lots of cap space to fix the situation. I would sign Maxey to a max deal and keep Payne. All right, so let's talk about that for a second. I agree. That's why I wanted to arrest him. I didn't want him to play.
You did say that. You said I'd rather just fold in. You said that before the playoffs got started. I want to fold.
I didn't see this team as leading them to a championship. And then when he bounced that pass to himself off the backboard and he's kind of fumbled, I was nervous. Tobias Harris, all he does is makes it 5-on-4. He's gone. Thank God. That's the other. He's gone. I'll tell you right now, there will be no Sixers postgame show if Tobias Harris is signed back to any contract. I don't care if the contracts he's paying to play.
Yes. Well, I mean, again, this is where I blame the Sixers management. I don't know if it's Sixers management or it was Joe Embiid when he was already lingering with the leg, and then all of a sudden he hops into the dogfight, and then he gets during that Golden State game he crushed his leg, and then I think they rushed him to get back on the court, trying to get into the postseason.
Thank you.
and then it got hurt.
I got somebody here that
Jonathan, what's up, John?
Yeah, John agrees with me.
He goes, Embiid's a turtle. Maddie's an apologist. Embiid's a turtle. Maddie.
What Maddie we talking about?
Embiid's. Are you trying to say fat trick here? Joel Embiid's a generational softie. Whoa, he's not a leader. Nurse should have come off the bench to fresh. Again, another one.
Nurse should have. Wait. I'm sorry. You're gonna have Joel Embiid come off the bench.
What sense does that make, John? What sense does that make?
Listen, you cannot be a fan of Joel Embiid.
I'm not going to say. I'm not even going to say that.
You cannot be, and you could be upset with his injury-prone history.
Do you want to start people, Paul?
Like, I heard somebody on the radio come in and talk about that they should put B-ball Paul in sooner or giving him more time. I'm like, no.
Yeah. What for? What?
Every time. Listen, let's back up the truck for a second. I'm not a guy who's going to tell you to get rid of Joel Embiid. I'm ready to ride and die with that with this train because you know what? He is that good.
Yeah, but
it's how you surround him. It's how you handle it is the situation.
I'm at the point now that leg is cooked. You're better off without him now. But
his leg's cooked, his face is cooked, it's falling off the side.
The problem is there's no value now.
Dude, that porcelain's cracked. Oh, and speaking of Maxey, you're saying he didn't really do much in there? His two lowest games was Game 6, he had 17. Game 4, he had 23. Other than that, he scored 35 in Game 1, 33 in Game 1, 35 in Game 3, and 46 in Game 5.
Okay.
So, he put up his normal numbers in 2 of the games. His only low game was the last game.
Again, those games were second half points. Yes, second half games. It was where we.
But I mean, you're saying he didn't do nothing, man. My man was there. Like my man was trying to help Embiid. But again, what we can agree on, because I've had this stance about Embiid for over 2 years now, Pat, and I'm not changing it because
listen,
the more people are coming, the more people that were chirping against me, half of them are starting to come over to my side now, and they're starting to see that this dude is not going to be what you guys.
He is that good when he's healthy again.
Good if he's that good. Trade his ass and build a whole bunch of people around Max.
Can't because
yes, you can because he's not going to win here.
But
he's not going to win.
The problem is, Mike, is that
you can Mike me all you want.
But you guys sound like a married couple.
Prove me right.
Prove me wrong. I'm listening. A healthy Joel Embiid is the best player in the NBA. A full Joel Embiid is the best
from
player.
November to the end of March. He's the best player.
Full healthy Joel Embiid. But when the problem is the catch-22 is he's going to get dinged up. We're all waiting for the other shoe to drop. And when it does, now we're all ready to get rid of him. But we all know it's like a catch-22. But if you get rid of him, if he comes back at full 100 healthy, that's your team. But we've seen him without him on this team. We've seen how bad this team is. You can load up with all the talent you want. There's nothing you could sniff his talent alone. A 7-foot freak who could drop the three at any time, who could take the ball, whatever, plays defense, all that at 100%. 63%, nobody fears him. And the Knicks and Tom Thibodeau got that out of his team.
Right. Can I rebuttal now since you went on that paragraph long tirade?
Yes.
Yeah, like I said, he's good from November to beginning of April. After that, look at his playoff numbers, Pat. He is not.
I'll give you last year. Last year it was.
Last year, the year before that,
he was banged up.
So what? Was he banged up, Pat? When they were in the bubble and they got swept? No, he wasn't banged up then. Like, come on, stop, man.
He wasn't even on the floor.
So what? He got banged up. Okay, this is leading into my point. Your best ability is availability. So from November to April, he's in beast. He is tearing everything up.
So who right now on this team would change that? Who in the NBA would you bring in here to replace them? Who?
It would have to be the right package. But again, you can get a package. Like, I love it. You can't have it both ways. You can't say he's a generational talent and no, we're not going to get nothing for him. It makes no freaking sense.
No one's going to take a deal on it.
It makes no freaking sense.
Hold on.
No, you can't say that. He's a generational talent, but we're not going to get nothing.
You're not.
Whoa. I'm not sitting there saying they wouldn't get a package for him. but there's no guarantee that this package, like everybody's like, oh, we'll get all these draft picks for it.
But it's not just draft picks, Al. I mean, it's just certain players that you can build around Maxey. This is why I'm sitting here. You guys got me. Well, you got my head spinning because you're acting like you can't build around Maxey and get rid of Embiid. What has Embiid done? He's done nothing.
What's Maxey done? What's he done?
He's been here 5 less years.
Okay.
He's been here for almost a decade, Pat. Okay. A decade. And he hasn't gotten past the second round.
Mike, he's been hurt. What part don't you understand? He's hurt.
Exactly.
He has a 63% play. He's
freaking hurt.
Freaking hurt.
Exactly. Again, you're making my case for me, but you're too hard-headed to see what you're saying. He's not available. He cannot be counted on in the postseason. And when he's in there, even when he's healthy, they don't get past the second round.
I will give you last year.
Who are they going to bring in here to put around Embiid so he can make it to a final? Who do you need? Kevin Durant?
This is the Sixers franchise. It's always been. I've made the post. They've never built around Barkley. They never built around Iverson. They never build around. That's the problem with this front office. They don't build around.
And I'll agree with you on that. I'll agree with you. They didn't build around AI because of their coach's philosophy. Larry Brown was defense.
Barkley wanted out of here because they weren't going to build around.
No, Barkley wanted out of here because all his pieces that he had with him. He had a decent center in Mike Kaminsky who could, average about 15 to 20 points a game, but he also had Hersey Hawkins with him too. And Hersey Hawkins could hit from outside the three. When those guys left, that's when Barkley wanted out of here because at one point in time they had Hersey Hawkins. They also had Rick Mahorn in here as well. So that team, especially I can even give you a year, 92, they played the Bulls. Me and my friend looked at it. We were watching. I said, whoever wins this Sixers-Bulls series is going to the NBA Finals. Literally, the Bulls end up winning. They end up going to the finals. But out of that team, the Sixers gave them the hardest test away to go. That won all 7 games or 6 games, 6 or 7 games it went before the Bulls finally eliminated the Sixers. So, and that was probably their best shot back then of going after Doc retired. So, yeah, I agree with you. They haven't put pieces around it, but you can't make the excuse, well, he's hurt. Dude, he breaks his face. He's the only guy I know who broke his face twice in the playoffs.
He's the only one who wants to play on this team. I've seen this with Larry all the time. And I had this argument with Freddie. I told Freddie, when it comes playoff time, Kyle Lowry takes the easy path. He didn't want to play for the Toronto Raptors anymore. He wanted out. And I said that. Look, he went to Miami, didn't work out. He comes here. I thought he was going to be riding the high horse, trying to give it his all, and he kind of gave you nothing. And so did
wait.
Wasn't just him, though.
Wait, hold on. Kyle Lowry couldn't get any play time in Charlotte. What makes us think that he was riding a hot hand coming here?
I thought, right.
No, he was hoping
to be that,
he was hoping he was going to catch lightning in the
He was hoping to be Danny Green. I keep calling him Danny Green. Like, people wanted him to be Danny Green. This guy, this old vet who can help you with some playoffs.
To come home and play for his hometown team. That's all he wanted to do.
Yeah.
And he got that chance. He's going to ride off into the sunset.
Sixers knew what they were doing. They were picking up a guy, had a hometown name to it. Thought,
that's all. I mean, listen,
sell some seats, sell some jerseys.
I got a question for you guys, though. Do you guys re-sign Kelly Oubre?
Yeah. You have to.
I do.
The only flaw, again, he was a grinder. He was getting you rebounds. Again,
no. He's not on grinder. I keep telling you that. I keep trying to hit him up. Knock it off, Pat.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to yell this early on a Saturday morning, but I got to get my point across because you got a freaking stone head up here.
No, I don't. Listen, I might smoke some stone, but
all right, enough of the crack rock for a second. Let's talk for one second here. You know what, guys? Sometimes when things get a little heated, you gotta get away. I go to phillysportstrips.com and get away from it all. This one right here on the screen, this is the big one right here. Rio de Janeiro, Sao Paulo. Go to Brazil. Go watch the birds. Week 1, August 31st to September 8th. It is a vacation. It is a time to hang out with the Eagles. Just don't wear your green, which is weird. We'll get to that later. But go to phillysportstrips.com. Sign up for it. Hey, I can't get out of the country for something, but maybe you want to stay local, head up to Baltimore, June 15th. Great deals, great packages. You got to go down, hang out with phillysportstrips.com. They're going to Boston. They're going to Pittsburgh. They're going to Wrigley. You name it, they got it. Check it out. Good. Yeah, even though Pittsburgh might suck, PNC Park is pretty cool.
Never been there.
It is a good time. Check it out. Go to phillysportstrips.com. And if you want to stay real local, this Saturday, come hang out with some of the crew here at the Fightins Final. Streetlight Kitchen and Bar, 5400 Fern Boulevard in Drexel Hill, PA, 19026. The Holiday Inn and Suites at the Drexel Brook Event Center. That's right, May 11th is the Saturday before Mother's Day. There will be I'm going to be putting out some things over the next few days. There's going to be a brunch leading right into it, so you can bring your wife, your mom, your sister, whatever, and celebrate Mother's Day with them. Hang out, talk Phillies, hang out with us. There's a great menu just for the day. Between the pre- post-game shows and the game, and come talk with us during the game. We'll definitely want to hear what you have to say, and then hang out with us afterwards. Hopefully the weather's a lot better than it's been recently, and we'll be outside in a nice warm sun with the TV on and a beautiful bar they have out there. Can't wait. Check it out. Come hang out with us. Come say hello to us. Have a good time.
Even buy Pat a hot dog.
Yeah,
what I could do for a hot dog road boot now.
What he does for a hot dog, you don't want to know. But Streetlight Kitchen and Bar, Drexel Hill, Holiday Inn and Suites at the Drexel Brook Event Center, May 11th, this Saturday, coming up. Come on out, come hang out with us, and have a good old time, guys. I'm gonna before you guys get heated, take a breath.
Stress my hiney.
All right, I want to hit some of these comments.
Go ahead.
Whip
them out.
We've been. Let's see. I gotta go all the way back up here.
Oh wow.
One more. Up there it is. Okay. So Jonathan saying he should have been on the court with a bad leg playing. He didn't have a bad leg. Embiid is always compromised when his team needs him. It's his habit. He needs to play in the paint.
The problem is, John, they're not fearing him no more. They're not defensively. He's just they're going to run through him.
No, I disagree with that.
No, Hartstein ran right through him.
No, they played him physically.
Yes,
and they knew he couldn't get off his knee. They knew he wasn't going to be jumping. He wasn't going to be on his feet. They knew he wasn't going to be in the paint because he is compromised.
Yes.
And that's what they did against him.
And the problem, why didn't Nick Nurse try to do the double big man? Why don't you put people on the floor?
Paul Reed will not solve my problems.
No, bro, the two big man side,
Stop bringing up Paul Reed.
I was the two big men in the paint.
Oh my God, my ears.
It could be Paul Reed, Paul Reed 2, Paul Reed 3, and Paul Reed 4. And do you ever see him play in the postseason, especially? He looks like a kitten with a ball of yarn. Like, he doesn't know how to catch a ball. He doesn't know how to grab a ball. Like, he is not good. One time I will agree with Doc Rivers. I'm not on the Paul Reed tour. Get him out. He's done. Luckily, with that stupid contract they signed for him, since they lost, they're not stuck with him. Move on. Paul Reed would have solved zero problems.
I agree. I agree, Al.
I'll go further. He would have caused more problems.
No, not with a double big man set. Try it. Nick never tried it.
It's not a double Big Mac, dude. It's not the same.
You never had a double Big Mac. It's two big pieces of meat, huge buns.
All right, Pat.
Swallow.
Pat.
All right. Comments.
Oh my God.
Comments.
I'm drinking.
I'm not upset with this. This is Dodge. I'm not upset with the Sixers at all. They showed heart and fight. Yeah, I drank the Kool-Aid. I was always a transition year. This offseason is the make or break for Embiid and Morey. Absolutely, I agree with that one. The fix was in the series because look how the Times let Brunson and the other Knicks get away with a lot of it. Yeah, I mean,
you can blame the calls only for sometimes, though. I mean,
Sixers got away with some stuff too.
The Kool-Aid sales are off the charts in Philly. The Sixers need defense/ball handler to help Maxey, and they need to replace Tobias with a shot creating wing. They just need to replace Tobias with a cardboard cutout. I mean, honestly, anybody could have given you more than Tobias Harris did.
No, to be honest with you, I think he checked out, man. I think he checked out before the season started.
When did he check in?
Well, listen, I will say
he only checks in against bad teams. When he is much bigger than the other guy.
I'm not going to say that because
I'm going to say that.
Yes.
Well, you can, but he was the only Sixer that showed up sometimes. That showed up in the postseason for a while.
When Embiid went down, show me big games or games against higher
No.
talent.
I said this year he's checked out. I think he just wanted to get through and be done.
Yeah, I'm going to steal a line from Matty B. He's a fraud. Yeah. And I used to defend him. Like, we can't compare him to his contract.
How smart it is. I mean, wouldn't you want to play your best basketball as an audition for other teams, though?
That's great.
Wow. Al is correct. I'm probably out if they resign Tobias Harris.
So for next year, you have Pat, Sean Bernard, and Mitch. I want to be mad at something. Being mad at the head coach for icing is
I kind of question that too, man. Like Buddy Hield was on fire the other night.
Yeah, I don't understand.
He was.
That.
He played well.
I don't understand why he didn't get any third period time. Like I don't understand.
Well, yeah, I didn't understand that either.
Why are we talking hockey and doing basketball?
Third quarter.
Yeah.
But this guy.
Yeah. Welcome to the program.
Yes, I'm pretty sure I called a nurse out. His rotations were garbage. I agree. Where was Ricky Council? Why aren't we giving this kid any play time? Anybody over Tobias, please.
Hey, was it Brunson twerks for you? For you? I don't.
Brunson was killing this team. That's all I know. The best player in the whole series.
Hold on. He must have messed up. Sorry for the wrong name, Maddie. With Embiid's injured leg coming off the bench may have been the best for him to the team, having him on the floor that long laboring. No, I honestly think it was a bad idea. Brunson twerks for fouls. Okay. Maxey had some of his shots cleanly blocked, but he wasn't getting calls in the paint. No, he's just not there yet. He hasn't built that, whatever you want to call it up, that can you only have one player carry an entire team? You can't have Jamie brings up a voice.
She is. She's bringing up a solid point.
We knew this. Maybe we should have Jamie come sit in for a show.
If you want to know about the Packers, yeah.
You're not getting equal value back. You live with what you have. You don't bitch like a bitch. You don't bitch like a bitch. What a philosophy there, Steve. That team finally has the right financial resources to help reduce his minutes, and people want to piss it away. That's my thing is, like, that's what
I do. I'm tired of him being hurt every year, Steve. Yes, I do. I want him on the next plane out of here. Because you're not going to win nothing with him. So, again, keep cheering for him. I cheer for the Sixers. I cheer for him during the regular season. I don't want nothing bad to happen to him, but he disappears, man. I don't want to hear it. And I feel, like I said, this year's kind of a catch-22.
Disappearing act. I just can't. I don't see it, especially this year.
No, that's what I'm saying. I said this postseason. I said.
I mean, I've seen other years where I could have seen him.
Yeah, last year, 6 and 7.
I'm just saying I could have seen years where he has disappeared with half the injuries he had.
Like I said,
I'm going to agree. I'm going to agree with Dives a little bit, and I think Steve said it too. This team had a lot of fight in it, and I like what I saw from that.
Would you re-sign Batum? Would you try to bring him back?
He's not. He's retiring.
Oh, he is. I'm
pretty sure he's retiring.
You think they talk him out of it? Would you want him back if they talked him out of it?
The problem is you're going to get him back. You're not going to pay a lot for him. So why would he come out of retirement for league minimum?
Again,
he was your best corner.
If it's up to you.
Oh, if it's up to me.
If it's up to you, would you bring him back?
For a bench piece?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have, but again, he's also on the older side too, so God knows what he's going to have. That's what I'm afraid of. This is what I'm afraid of. It's too many old guys who are past their prime. We've already heard the LeBron stuff. There's also
that's going to be a circus.
Yeah,
Moore will be out of the job.
There's about 30 reasons why I don't want LeBron James. The only one reason I do want LeBron James is because he's LeBron James, and he still, even at his age, still has the ability to play well. But the rest of it outweighs that. But you got that. Now we're hearing the Jimmy Butler comments.
Brandon Ingram's a name that they're talking about too out of New Orleans.
Paul George.
I don't want Paul George.
Well, here's my thing. Here is my
don't
thing.
Want Paul.
It
George.
Doesn't get my shaft up.
Oh my God.
Well.
What my thing is.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. What I'm talking about is that I don't want a bunch of old guys past their prime.
Yes.
I would rather see them go get a bunch of competent, and not more competent. I mean, stars, not superstars, guys who can complement this whole team.
Halliburton would have been looking real good right now in the Sixers uniform, wouldn't he been?
Yeah, I'm just saying that. That to me is the two biggest blunders was when they traded for Harden instead of those two.
Instead for Hield and Halliburton.
We would have had Hield and Halliburton already, and the Mikal Bridges.
Mikal Bridges.
That was. I actually said I want to see them go do that. I would love to see trade the 16th pick. Give me Mikal Bridges. Bing bang boom. See you later.
You think? I mean, that wouldn't be a bad thing. But don't forget the other rumors too. KD.
No, I don't want KD either.
I do. I think KD.
What have we learned? One thing we've learned is that James Harden didn't work. An ego.
Yeah, but KD is an athletic wing. He can score And he doesn't mind playing defense.
It's the ego thing I worry about. Who has to be the Batman to the Robin?
Yeah, but I think he'll be past that now, where he's at in his career. And plus, look,
he's been a Robin wherever he's went.
And listen, he owns he's part ownership with the union. I would like to bring him in here. Kick the tires on.
Listen, out of all the free agents that are out there looming, if you had a chance to pair Kevin Durant up with Joel Embiid and Maxey,
that'd be my last kick of the tire with Joel Embiid. Like,
they didn't come over to my side. Like, Mike, you're right. Get him out of here.
Yeah, no,
but it might be too late then.
Yeah, because
we'll get a bag of balls and some dusty jock straps.
Hey, listen now.
See, got his attention.
No, that's a party. But that's where you're at now, though. That's what the NBA is going to give you because if the dude just has an injury issue, it's just
people are literally writing articles right now in the comment section.
I love it.
I'm trying to go through them and hit everybody up, but there's a lot of stuff going
on. John says time to part ways from Embiid and 3 and get 3 is so. Oh, and there's not.
Here, let me handle this.
Yes, I can't see over the big thing in my face.
Reading is not his best.
No,
not a strong suit. Time to part with Embiid, and there's no such thing as who will you find after him. He is a liability, yet enormous talent. Find another talented big. That's my point. Maybe it's a good poll. Ryan, Nick, I'm down.
See, you had mentioned Paul. He's all excited.
Even the people who want him out can admit he's an enormous talent. Correct?
Yeah. I believe it.
But does the talent outweigh
the injuries?
Not even just the injuries. Outweigh the risk. Talent versus risk, and I think yes. I think his talent. I feel like I'm smarter than Ballamori and any other person up there making decisions.
It's a catch-22 because, like Mike said,
I could find the right pieces for the right prices to put around in there and make it good. That Joel Embiid is. You could ratchet down his minutes. I'm talking a few minutes a game, not because Nick Nurse played him a lot.
Yes, he did
a lot. Okay,
he played the stars a lot.
So I think that's just not going to pan out.
Another thing too that I'm going to play devil's advocate because I've been real negative about the Sixers, but the one I guess kind of shining light too that you can kind of take a look at best morning show on the weekends. Thanks, Phil. And that's the best morning show during the week.
Yes, it is.
Fridays exclusively here on Edge of Philly Sports. Might I add it? Trending in the AM.
Yes.
What I'm feeling is that, or what I'm thinking is that, this isn't Nick Nurse's team.
Look at that beautiful beard. I'm going to touch it.
This isn't Nick Nurse's team. This is like the remnants of Doc Rivers' team. So I got a feeling maybe Nick's going to try and get the players who he wants to fit his system. That's the only hope I can have going forward, that he signs people that are going to fit his system.
Right. It's about fitness system. It's about what works. Like you said, but and again,
that's the only saving grace I can
to play the devil's advocate too. It's just, like you said, you get Joel Embiid, but come playoff time, it's with the minutes that now Nick Nurse gives you, it's stressful. So when you Al, you said what in February you want to pack the season in, and again, me just putting on my blue and red sunglasses, I said no, we should give one more chance to see. When he showed you signs that he's just not healthy, but again, we just put him on the court just to, I guess, trying to be a dogfight. You're a dogfight with not much to stand on. And when you take him out of this, again, he was not very much effective.
And let's talk about this. People who have been against him have talked about the fact that because of his injury history, he doesn't play as well as he can. Look at this team when he came off the court. Look how bad it fell apart.
Yeah.
Not even just when he was injured and not playing. I'm talking in the playoffs. When he came off to give him his spell, this team dropped off.
Right.
Hence my complaint for not having a competent big man.
You want what, second, third seed to all the way to a play-in?
Yep. And it's not even just that. I'm talking about when he was playing back again. Even as injured as he was, that was the difference with him in the game. And this right here was probably the best comment of the day in my eyes.
Yes.
With Steve saying, bottom line, there's a game 7 if Toby doesn't serve up a donut with his crumble cookie and only grab 4 rebounds.
But
you could say the same thing for Paul Reed. You could say the same thing for Kyle Lowry.
So, meaning if we had a better complement of players around him,
a better bench,
there's a different story. Probably we probably don't have a game 7 because we might have won a couple of the games that we didn't win.
Oh well, you might have had enough to get past, to get past New York, but I don't. They weren't going for it this year, man.
No,
you called that. You called that back.
Well, it was a transition year. I said that from the get.
Yeah.
I mean, just they unloaded James Harden. They got a lot of older players on expiring contracts. It was obvious. It was obvious they weren't making any big deal. Even the Buddy Hield move. I mean, he's a free agent.
And like we're all looking at, like, we all saw the Knicks, though. They are only upcoming, and right now their franchise surpassed ours. And
Nova North.
Nova North. You know what I mean? I mean, that kid Miles McBride, didn't do much in this game, but still, DiVincenzo, who wasn't really much of an X factor. We talked about Buddy Hield being an X factor. DiVincenzo, Dante DiVincenzo was an X factor in this game. He shot 5 for 9 from the perimeter. Again, Brunson's only getting better. He's in that MVP caliber player guy. He's got 41 points. Again, Josh Hart was a big X factor. He had 16 points. Oh, well.
What's up, Mike?
Mike Hamilton, my main man. I haven't seen.
Yes, I ran into Mike Friday night, man. I told him to check into the show. Yes, I did.
Oh.
He said, "What's all the hype with Paul George coming here? Dude is never healthy." I agree totally. Yeah. I don't want him here.
Yeah.
Paul Reed stuck in the mud. What's up, Marshawn?
What's up, Marshawn?
I love Marshawn.
Yes.
That is one person. Marshawn, I don't know where you live, but if you live close enough, come to the Street Light Kitchen and Bar next week.
Yeah, come hang out with us.
I want to meet Marshawn so bad.
Yes.
MB is still improving as a passer. I could see if MB was getting worse at some skills. Let next season play. Dude, he doesn't want to be here next season. He already told him that.
And listen, I'm agreeing with this. Like I see what you're saying. You're probably saying, "Oh, we're not going to get as much as we get now," but I don't think you're going to get as much as you want anyway. Run it out one more time, see where this goes, and I go from there.
So in other words, when they bottom out next year, you both are going to be like, "All right, Mike, yeah, it's time to
after a decade, and if they put all the right components around him, he still doesn't. Then fine.
But that was my problem. And
but I wanted to trade him after year 7.
Yeah, I'm at fault here. I'm at fault. I'll admit. Listen, that game 6 got me back into it. It was weird because game 5 I was cashed out. I didn't want to bother with this game. Game 6, all right, Maxey plays a hell of a game, puts his team on his back, fights through it, goes in overtime and wins it. And then I'm like, all right, I'll have to go invest in game 6. And then it was just a complete letdown.
Yeah,
the better basketball team won.
They do that all the time, though. They pull you back in to make you think they're going to do something, and then poof, they let you down in the end. They've let you down. Yeah, I got to say poof, because if not, Pat will get all crazy. Dives is saying, agreed, man. We are talking about Embiid and Maxey. Tobias Harris is the biggest problem. It's not just Tobias Harris.
No. But I agree with this because when you have a fourth, one of your starters who is, we roasted Ben Simmons about it when he disappeared in the playoffs.
Yeah,
he's a starter. You can't have one of your starters. That's what I would have blamed.
Let me ask you.
I would have put a cold. I would have put a cold player in before I would have put a no-show player.
Let me ask you, do you think that the fact that they don't want to trade Joel Embiid, because if you do that, and I know it sounds like a broken record again, but if they do that, that just goes to say that 10 years, the tank was a waste of time. And they don't want to say that.
You know what, dude? It's a shame that Embiid's always going to be referred back to.
Talking food again. Yes, Marshawn.
He's always going to be referred back to the process because that's what they used to draft him. But I think that's unfair because not ownership, but management has changed so much since then.
Correct.
So you really can't look back and go, well, the process was a failure. No, it wasn't a failure because now the picks that they took, you could probably scratch your head with. Come on, getting Jahlil Okafor and then Joel Embiid, and who was the other big? Dallin. No, not Dallin. Who's the other one?
You shift also.
Yeah, they drafted 3 big men in a row.
I remember Okafor.
It was Okafor, Embiid, and then
trying to think about before.
He was the one before Embiid. He wasn't a bad. Nerlens Noel. So you took 3 bigs. Like, they didn't need to take Jahlil Okafor. Now, I wouldn't mind them taking them and then doing a sign and trade. Right. Sean Kieran says Sixers have the best odds of getting Jimmy Butler if he leaves the Heat. Plus 200, Pelicans plus 4, Nets plus 6.
Again, and we're going to kick a tire with an old name.
But hold on, that could actually ignite a spark because Embiid wants to play with Jimmy Butler.
And right, maybe it's the perfect marriage.
But here's my
get
thing:
Toby out of here.
If he, I would be okay with Butler more than probably.
I'd be okay with him over Paul George
because at least Jimmy Butler plays.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I just don't want to see 2 or 3 of those guys come in and then that's it.
Right. I want to see them rebuild
if it's Jimmy Butler and you give me a bunch of compliment pieces, yeah. I want to see stars, not superstars.
I like to see them get what the hell's the guy's name from Miami?
Marshawn.
Tyler Hero.
Jesus this summer.
Yeah, you hear me? I'd like to see him get Tyler Hero, like as a bench piece.
It's not a bad pick.
I actually, during the postgame, I said I want Tyler Hero like players, guys who step up and it can hit shots.
So you don't want no Kevin Love here? Kevin Love's like almost 50, but
you know, I don't. That's my thing is I don't want this to become a retirement home for guys who used to be, or could have been, or never did. I don't know what you want to call it. Jonathan saying Knicks should have used the scrubs Mamba and Reed more than Embiid. All right. Nevertheless, having Embiid out there playing all those minutes was useless, and backups were useless. A lose-lose situation. Anyway, Obama sucks.
Yes.
I don't know how else to
break it down.
What a waste of height. That's what he is.
We should get Al a Mobamba jersey.
It sucks. I would have done better in that Mobamba jersey than he would have done. I would have played with some heart. I would have went in there. I would have knocked people around. I would have got my ass handed to me. But at least I would have done it in style. He sucks. Paul Reed, chode. Done. Don't want to deal with him. None of those guys. You could have put Paul Reed, Mobamba, and the popcorn guy out there with Embiid. It would have made a difference. Right. Would not made a difference.
The hot dog guy would have got.
Oh, he would have been too busy. Pat would have been putting his kids through college.
That's why they call me Glory Hole Gary. But yeah.
Right, so Marshawn saying Cookie Man was on the midnight train to Georgia.
He was. He was already out of here.
Tobias Harris is a tax write-off.
That's the line of the day.
Yes.
Ricky wasn't saving the season.
I'm not saying that, Marshawn, but he's the better option of any of those stiffs coming off the bench.
I would have liked to. Well, I guess if we were folding it in, I would like to see some of the young guys get some more.
Yes.
He's right. Would have liked to have seen KJ Martin and Campaign play more. Campaign I like because when he brings a little energy.
Yes.
I think Cookie Harris, I'll drive him to Detroit. What a waste of a player. Yep.
Now, Payne, I think Payne is Payne. I think is still under contract. He's not a free agent, I don't think. But I know there's only like 4 players on the team that are like under contract.
So see, this is what I'm talking about. Yes, Mitch. Yes, Dives. Malik Monk would be a guy I would like to see.
Yes.
Embiid finally showed mental growth and maturity as well. That is another thing. This man played hard, played well through. I mean, he got a little WWE at one point in the middle of that one game.
Oh, man.
Probably should have been thrown out.
Yeah. When he grabbed the, what was it?
When he composed himself. And
Robin's leg.
He composed himself and made it up and made it, turn lemon into lemonade in my eyes in that situation.
Yeah, he wound up giving he grabbing Robin's by the ankles.
This is my mantra. Do not overspend for an old vet.
Yeah.
Not overspend for a guy.
This is not the Flyers. This is not the old Flyers mentality. Please don't do it.
I mean, they do it too. James Harden.
Yes.
There's one and I know
I'm tired of the old names.
That's Maury's buddy. Now they're not friends. They're off each other's Christmas card list now. I know that's what goes on, but whatever. I don't care about their little.
Yes. Preach, Al.
I don't care about their little love fest.
I don't want to hitchhike underneath the covers anymore to these old names.
All right, stop. Jesus.
But
no, we need young. It's going to be young, like 24 years old, but like young guys, but maybe like in their late 20s, even early 30s, but guys who have plenty left in the tank, a couple of years under their belt, definitely in them, who can play defense and play offense, who add something that's been missing from this team.
A 3-and-D player.
3-and-D players, sure. Throw me some 3-and-D players in there. A complimentary ball handler to go along with Maxey. And a big man who, when we spell Joel Embiid, does
well,
not
let me ask you a question.
A plus whatever.
Let me go back to the front office. When was come trade deadline time? Should they've gotten a serviceable backup?
I've been saying this for 2 years.
So I mean, but they want
to give me Daryl Morey's keys, and I'll handle the. I'll drive the bus, people.
Marshawn says
free Maxey. How long until this fan base and the Philly media turn on this kid? He deserves better. All right, Marshawn. I don't think anybody's turning on him.
Nah, they love him, man. They love him. That kid, he's got no fear.
Now, if you get rid of Embiid, it's just Maxey, and he doesn't do well.
Well, that's easy for a defense to guard. You don't have to worry about the big man no more. Your whole defense is just follow Maxey the whole entire game. That's easy to shut down. You need a complementary piece, and you can't do it with a guy with a bad leg.
What's up, Samuel?
Why does everyone who joins the show always start this way? Hello, gentlemen, and Pat. What am I? What species am I?
We don't have time for that.
We don't have time, dude. We're only on we got to take it home soon anyway.
Yeah. Get key role players.
Am I a species?
That Nurse and had in Toronto, plain and simple. I don't want Paul George. That's what Sean's saying. I agree.
I agree.
I don't want Paul George either. Mike, you bring back Batum, but won't.
No, I was just bringing. No, Marshawn, I think you kind of took. I was just asking, would you bring him back?
Agency is trash this year. Yeah, they're going to definitely have to go shopping. Probably some trades might have to. That's why I'm saying I don't think they make the pick at 16. I really don't.
I think 16 is going to Miami for Jimmy Butler.
Where was the Phantom Halliburton deal?
It wasn't a Phantom Halliburton deal. It was Buddy Hield and Halliburton coming to the Sixers.
No, he wanted to know what it was. It was supposed to be. The rumor was it was Halliburton and Hield for Ben Simmons
and the first rounder.
First round pick, I think it was.
Yeah, it's the first round, and they wanted more for it.
They thought they should have got more.
Yeah,
the Sixers.
No, the Sixers thought they should have got more,
and that's what I always said. I said I think Ben Simmons for two very competent star players in this league would have been a great deal, better than James Harden. James Harden, and on top of it, again, you could have had James Harden in the offseason. He was a free agent at the end of that season.
Yeah, it was.
But reported. We had a bro crush. I hate Daryl Morey.
Like I said, just thinking about it, it's crazy with JoJo because, like I said, he could be the best player in the NBA, but when you look at the other side of the spectrum, your season is limited. Your season is limited because of the injuries and because the fact that there is no supporting cast. Like this team took a tumble. This season took a tumble for the worse when we lost them, and we didn't bother to go out to go get a serviceable backup. We stuck with Mo Bamba and B-Ball Paul, thinking that was going to be the saving grace, and it turned out for the worse. And again, you rushed a guy back off an injury, trying to save your season and try to make a run for whatever it was, and then the defense, you could clearly see that the guy was just can't do it. He cannot do it.
Can I just say, can we fire Daryl Morey today?
Can we bring back Ben Simmons? There's a lot more fun with him here.
No, but I'm just saying, the fact that this is true just drives me insane. Hield, Halliburton, and a few firsts for Ben Simmons.
And Morey wasn't impressed. Yeah, it was the Sixers that turned that down. I think we talked about it because I was I said, "Are you nuts?"
This is that third biggest problem that we had.
Yeah.
Listen,
I was like, "Are you nuts?" I would have traded him just for Halliburton.
I would have traded him just for a first round pick.
Yeah.
I
was like, "What is this?"
How anybody would have given this up for Ben Simmons? I don't know what people saw in him. Sorry, just can't see it. And the fact that he gave up this for James Harden, who now hates him.
Yeah.
And like I said, we could have had him later if they wanted to. They could have had James Harden, Buddy Hield, Halliburton, and Embiid and Maxey all on the same team.
It's just
mind-boggling.
It is. It's mind-boggling. It's tushy grabbing. But listen, we're ready.
Hold on, before
I got a couple comments.
Go ahead.
Up here.
Yeah.
I'm new to this channel. The man with police cap speaking that which is correct.
I'm Mike.
Yeah.
Give Edge of Philly Sports a subscription.
It was Hield, Halliburton. I gotta put that one on. Sixers need an accurate shooter like Maxey and a rebounder. Only cares about defense and rebounding like Drummond is. I like that's what I want. It doesn't have to be Drummond. Can we stop going to the Drummond?
Yeah, please. Drummond's like 140.
I was offered to Morey allegedly.
No, he said it was offered to.
It was offered. more than once. Allegedly, though, the Kings GM came out with it. Oh, okay. So there you go. Great show, fellas. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Toby played 30 minutes. B-ball Paul played 8 minutes.
And neither one of them scored.
Yeah. 38 minutes between the two of them.
Knicks or Pacers will make the Eastern Conference Finals before we do. I agree with that.
Just think about that, Marshawn. T.J. McConnell will be there.
That's what I said. That I think I said that during the postgame
show.
That should. I said T.J. McConnell had 20 points on that night, and the same night, Tobias Harris had 0.
Wow.
Mike, you're wrong because Lowry is old and no more juice in him. Paul Reed is not playing his natural position last 3 years plus new coach. Big Al, you truly the GM of the year. You found a way to drop Streetlight Bar while showing me love. More he can learn a thing or two.
Wow.
Honestly, no, Marshawn, I really would love
Yeah, come on out, man.
Just you,
yeah,
Marshawn. There's a lot of guys. Steve, I would love to meet him. These are guys.
Angry Ant.
I talk to them all every day. I talk to them more than my wife. I would love you guys to come on and hang out. I buy you a beer. I want to hang out with you and talk to you. What's Embiid's value?
I want to hang out with Angry Ant.
It's a good question because if you had a real, that would be like a
This is the quote of the day. We will win the series. We are the better team. Sixers out in 6.
Yeah,
Mr. Politician. Pat, just real quick. Let me get your thoughts. Did you check out any of the videos of the draft picks in for the little mini camps?
No, I was just. It's just been a hectic week because I've been, just up and down about the Sixers team. So I've been, Sixers and Phillies. I've been just so I didn't get a chance, and I should. I'll probably do today now that we got a lot of free time. Then it's just the Phillies now.
Yeah,
I'll have to take a look at what some of my man, Mr. Crockpot himself. I'm going to check out some of his handiwork.
I'll tell you what, that kid from Florida State, what's his name? Wilson, I think. The wide receiver / tight end.
Mm-hmm.
Wilson. Oh my God, man, kid is.
Mitch, shut up. I miss Boban. Boban would have been good in 1995. All right, let's just throw that out there. Having Monk healed off the bench would be great. Yeah, I would like to see how they get healed. The saving grace with him kind of not having that one great game, unless the one great game. I don't know. Do you think that hurts his resale value to us? Even though he was kind of crappy for the first part of the series, but
I would definitely take. I would keep Hill here. I mean, you can never have enough 3-point shooting.
No.
So
you need Jimmy Butler, re-sign Maxey, keep Payne healed, get a legit backup center, put Reed in his natural position as a power forward. I don't want Paul Reed on
the Sixers uniform anymore. We don't want Tobias. We don't want any of these guys.
And listen, in all seriousness, no offense to Paul Reed, it's just not going to work out here.
No, have offense. We don't want you here. You stink.
Move on for Paul Reed because his contracts, it'll save you a couple bucks here if we to sign other real legitimate players. Just it's not worth it. Seriously.
I don't care about offending nobody. You stink, dude. Get out.
Joe crawled out of the morgue.
We forgot what show this is.
The playoffs and showed up when most people call in sick for work after eating bad sushi.
Wow.
Oh, here we go. We're going to put him on a pedestal. Oh, my God, he played.
We can keep D-Melt if his stress...
no, we can't.
I guess if his stress fracture has resolved. And
he can kick rocks, too. Oh, man.
No, I mean, I agree with him. I like D-Melt if he's not injured. It all depends if that thing's like a problem. We love Maxey now. We loved Simmons for a while. No, I didn't. Joel getting the heel turn treatment from the fan base.
Yeah, well, Marshawn, you need to go back another 2 years on this show because I've been wanting to trade him for over 2 years.
Joel brings that on himself, though. I got to give him that. He calls out the fans, and this is one fan base you don't want to start calling out.
Yeah, maybe if you got past the second round, they believe your ass and then wouldn't sell their tickets to the Knicks fans.
The second star in the NBA is like the backup quarterback. Yeah, it's complimentary.
I got 2 scouting reports for the NBA draft coming out today. Both
Look
are
at this
great
guy.
fits for the Sixers. Yeah, he's put it out there already. I don't know what
he eats and breathes college football and basketball. I give that to Dives. Oh boy!
Oh, here they go.
Oh, here they go. The cage fight between Matty B and
Dives.
Dives. Sixers need a true point guard. and having Maxey as a shooting guard.
Yeah, they will when they reacquire Jimmy Butler.
Yes, and we'll have draft coverage of the MLB and NHL.
Stay tuned. There'll be an NHL draft. Take that.
Well, he's
you know what? Listen,
he's doing what Dime said. He's sticking to hockey.
No, listen. I'll tell you what. Those two guys, they probably cover the two sports that don't really get a lot of love when it comes to the drafting.
They go in deep.
They go in depth, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
what Dives doing college football and basketball, and my man Matty B doing the college basketball. He does a lot of baseball work
Philly
and
sports
hockey.
with Matty B on Mondays. These make me laugh.
Yes, they do.
The fan base sucks too. How do you let Nova alums wear golf shirts underneath?
Yeah,
how you wear
underneath the wilt.
Yeah, like
it's pretty bad.
Who shame on who? The alums or
how do you know it's not their family? You know what I mean? Like who cares? Like you guys, all these Sixer fans are getting butthurt because they wore the guys played their college ball here. Like they don't owe no loyalties to this city. They're being paid to play for the New York Knicks.
And listen, it's unfortunate they just have served the Phillies, the Sixers in the first round.
Yeah.
And listen, everyone's getting upset because Knicks fans took over the building, but
don't sell your tickets.
Wasn't it a calendar year ago that the Rangers took over the Wells Fargo?
Yeah, New York's been taking over that building for a couple of years now. So I mean,
I know a guy that we know. He gets a wet T-shirt contest going every time he sees the Mets games coming down, and he's just walking around with his big stupid hat. And one guy named Martin Lawrence, and he just gets all excited for the Mets.
I always taking pop shots at him. Hey, did his team finally win a?
No, they got eliminated last night.
Shocker! They got eliminated in the first round.
The Maple Ass.
Oh God! I'll tell you what. The one series that was really good was Dallas and the Golden Knights. That's been a good series.
Yeah.
Or was it? I didn't see who won the other night. Vegas, they were playing Game 6. So, but that's been a really good series. And, I picked Dallas to win the cup, so hopefully they got past that first round.
Quick shout out before we roll out here. The fans are down 0-2 to the Bars, to the Hershey Bars.
The Hershey Bars.
So that's
the Hurricanes and Rangers game 1's today at 4. The series is tied. Golden Knights and Stars tomorrow at 7:30.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. I got to ask you, who's winning the cup? Who is winning the?
It's definitely going to be a Western Conference team. I don't see nobody from the East winning the cup because they're all going to beat each other up. But I like I picked Dallas to win the cup final. I think the Stars are good enough to get there and win. So I'm going with them. Hopefully they can beat the Golden Knights. That's kind of who I'm rooting for now. I'm kind of jumped on the Stars.
You get the Rangers and Hurricanes. You got the Bruins versus Panthers. I think that'll be a good.
That's going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah,
I was surprised how quick Florida got rid of Tampa, and I mean, like they spanked them bad.
They didn't even give them a dogfight.
No, it was just like get out of the way.
It was a quick backhand.
So, and I thought
Vancouver won their series.
Yes, I saw that Friday night. They won their series. They're about to take
Game 7 tonight.
Edmonton beat up on the Kings.
That's what I think they're getting ready to play Edmonton.
Edmonton and Vancouver.
Ugh.
Colorado beat the Jets. Beat up on them pretty good.
You got to watch them too. They're sneaky too.
They're sneaky.
We all know Carolina beat the Islanders.
You got a Game 7 between Dallas and Golden State, Golden Knights. So
that's tomorrow, right? You said
that's tonight.
And the Rangers swept the Capitals.
Yeah.
This is Peter Lavriette's first year with the Rangers, and when his first go around with teams, he's on fire. They listen to his message, and by year 2, they're cashed out.
They're a good team.
So
yeah, I'll have to go, but yeah, I want to say the Rangers will make the cup, but if I would like to see, what's called get his.
I think Carolina.
I like to see Edmonton run this thing.
You want to see Edmonton?
I just want to see because I'm a big fan of McDavid.
If I'm going to pick,
who cares about the Mets?
If I'm going to pick a cup final, I'm going to say it's going to be Dallas and Carolina. I think Carolina is probably the most deepest team. I don't think Boston's going to get out of it. I mean,
they're due. I just think this is where they fall apart. It's Rangers to win the cup.
Rangers are not winning the cup.
Who drafted Matty B to EOP Okafor pick for real? Yeah, listen, every draft pick I have is not perfect. You know, I gotta be honest. Sometimes I hit and swing and miss.
All right, Pat, what's the food of the day? What do you have?
We have Phillies are on at 7 prime time. Ooh, this is a tough one. I haven't had pasta in a while. I just had
since last Sunday.
No, we just had some chicken parm yesterday, so I'm gonna have to try something different. Maybe some baked ravioli.
Game 7, Marshall, I think was asking right. Game 7 is 7:30 for the Knights and Stars
tonight, right?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I got ESPN. Man. I'm gonna be going nuts because I'm gonna have the Phillies on. The Phillies are gonna be on too. So
I'm gonna be like an owl. Woo, woo, woo.
Oh, you're like that all the time. Poor Monique.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have the 2 TVs on. Yeah. You know what I'm doing tonight. So, what about you, Al?
I don't even know yet, dude. To be honest with you.
What, food-wise?
I don't know yet.
You don't know what you're going to jam in your mouth?
No.
I know the minute I wake up what I'm going to put in my face.
Yeah. Earl. I might be cooking a lot today. I do a little prep today, so I don't know. Ooh, might be pasta for me tonight, actually.
I'm thinking the same thing. I'm thinking the same thing. I want to do some spaghetti and meatballs.
Oh, spaghetti.
Well, no, not spaghetti, like the rigatoni.
Rigatoni.
Yeah, do a little rigatoni and meatballs.
Lasagna. I can do that when I get together.
Yeah, I've been waiting for my wife. She's supposed to make me a homemade one. Her special. I've been married to her 6 years, so I've yet to have tried.
Listen, real talk for a second. Italian place right here in Delco. For those who live close by, and they actually sell stuff in the supermarkets in the area too. But Scaramuzzas, they have great food. The factory's actually in Clifton, and they have a storefront there. You can get top tier lasagna for $30. $30. Costs more to go to the store and buy the pieces for $30. And put it together yourself. No, it's top tier and it's delicious. You gotta check it out.
Well, listen, before we roll
I usually don't buy my pasta anywhere else.
Yeah.
Well, listen, before we roll out, again, guys, stick around for the Edge of Phillies Sports Network because we have, of course, we have the Phillies coverage today, Phillies post game and the fighting finals. We have that today, and then of course we have All Across All the Time with Double G, Double S, Double M.
I love you, Deathmatch.
Yes, they're gonna do All Across All the Time today.
Did Gary get back from Prague yet?
Yeah, my man.
yeah. Let's talk about that for 1 second. Our boy, it's the second year in a row, by the way.
Yes,
he's invited to Prague to cover lacrosse in Prague. Like that's how EOP is truly international now.
Yes.
I mean, we're always international because technically
they live up north.
He's in Canada. So Sean is in Canada.
He's up in Saskatchewan.
Yeah, so like technically we're already international, but EOP has covered stuff in Prague. Let that settle in for a second.
All right. Listen, we're again with the people they share, and again, guys, here goes the great schedule here. Again, you
missed it. Don't worry about it. It has been podcasted.
Yes. So again, if you missed the recording, you go back on. If you don't have podcasts, you go back on all of our social media platforms. Check out the shows. And again, we are always loaded with action. And then
Pat,
next week,
Pat, do me a favor.
Yes.
All right. See those two words in red and blue in the top left-hand corner of the screen?
Oh, fighting finals. The fighting finals. I got it.
No. Read the first word for me.
Fightings.
Read the last word for me.
Final.
Say it again.
Fightings final.
There we go.
I said it.
No. You say finals.
Finals? Well, then that's at the finals. I'm sorry.
It's fighting. Usually you get it backwards. You do fighting finals.
Oh.
But it's
I'm sorry. I Chuck Bernard it.
No, you Bernard.
I'm sorry. I blame
somewhere
dad.
Your dad's doing a shot right now.
Yeah. Well, you ever see that Multiplicity with that fourth cologne wasn't supposed to come out? It turned out to be
That is a new Joey Chestnut.
Dude, I've actually tried to call him out several times. I want to face him.
Dude, he would destroy you.
No, he won't.
I don't know.
I want to go meet for meet with that guy.
Okay. I watched that dude do.
Wait, we're talking about eating contests, right?
Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
I watched that dude down like 86 Big Macs in a half hour.
Oh, dude, he's incredible.
I looked at that and was like, dude, there's no way. There's no way. I'd be dead.
It's incredible. So guys, again, we're gonna have a great fun week coming up. Again, check all the all the action here on the Edges of Philly Sports. But before we roll out, Mike, do you have anything going on this week?
Yeah, I believe one of these days I'll be covering the fighting final. I haven't had the schedule.
Tuesday or Wednesday.
I'm Tuesday.
I think so. You're Wednesday.
All right, so I'm Wednesday.
Yeah.
That's
that 2-game Blue Jay series.
Yeah, that's in the afternoon. Yeah.
Is it?
Yes, it's a 1 o'clock game. That's going to be hard for me to do. But anyway,
we'll talk
about that.
Yeah.
But I'll be on the Fighting Final sometime this week.
Yeah.
And then I'll be joined with this knucklehead.
Hi. But yeah, and as for me, I got to give a quick little shout out to my little guy. Tomorrow, my son Dominic turns 3. And and then Tuesday is my.
I mean, happy birthday, but I feel bad for you.
Did you ever go and buy him Did you ever go buy him the Scorpion? I mean, you might as well go buy him a Panther.
I got yelled at. Said, "Hey,
no, I just gave him a box of broken glass to sit and play for a while. That's what I do because I'm a.
I got yelled at by my wife. Why would you yell at me? Because I want to buy him a Scorpion.
I can't imagine she doesn't yell at you.
That's like a guard dog. You know what I mean?
I feel so bad for her. She's got 4 kids. Her 3 and him.
A lot of people are full of
that. Does she want to beat you with a wooden spoon?
Oh, more than that.
He actually asked for it.
Yeah, probably does. Thank you, man. May I have another?
That's not exactly what I was expecting with the wooden spoon, but this is a good start.
I thought that was supposed to be the butt cheeks, not the head.
Oh.
But anyway, guys, thanks for checking out the show. We've had a great one. We wasn't running a 2-hour course here, but listen, guys, more action still today. Again, Phillies final, the Fighting Finals today.
And all across all the time. So for Pat Bernard, Al Safario, Mike Laura, we'll catch you next week.
Yes, sir.